Okay, this is Vishnu from Guyana. Are we about to start a webinar?
I don't know, I'm just a participant.
Okay, that's what I thought. As am I.
Hello everyone, this is Joe. Can you all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. I am the technical support manager. We're going to start in about a minute. I wanted to make sure everyone can hear me. And can everyone see my screen?
Yep.
I can.
Beautiful. Okay. We'll give it about another 30 seconds and then we'll start. We're going to be talking today about templates.
Okay.
Okay, let's go ahead and get started. As everyone knows, Action Coach templates are somewhat different than non-Action Coach templates. This is my Action Coach test account, as you can see here. So what we're going to do, and the only people on this call should be Action Coaches because they're the only ones that were invited. So what we're going to do is we're going to begin talking about templates. Now, for this exercise, there are only two different types of templates that we're going to concentrate on. And they have a couple different functions, and they're somewhat different. There's sales templates, and there's marketing templates. Sales templates are treated as an individual email, person-to-person correspondence. They're personal. Why do I say that? I say that for one main reason is that when you send a sales template out, it is not going to have an unsubscribe link at the bottom of it. Okay, it's going to be treated as a regular email, whereas marketing templates will have a unsubscribe button at the bottom when you include them in a broadcast and or touch campaign. All right, let's get started. We're going to go with sales templates. Now, right here are sales templates. Now, sales templates, what they are and what they're useful for are sending emails to your leads and customers. And why I say that, I want to show you how easy it is to use them and why it's important to have multiple sales templates set up. Okay, so I'm going to click on sales template. Okay, right now what you'll see here is you'll see sales templates that I have already created. Okay, so you can click on any one of these and use them, or you can create another one. So let's create another one. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is click on Add. This brings up my Sales Template Designer screen. Okay, now the main area here is what you want to call your sales template. Okay, so we're going to call this webinar. Now, underneath here, you'll see a line that says subject. So this is what is going to appear in your leads and customers subject line when they get this. So I'm going to put a subject line. Now, what you'll see to the right is personalized. And this is a really cool way of putting the customer's name, company name, first name, in the subject of your sales template. So I'm going to click on personalize, and I'm going to come down here to first name. This is a way you don't have to remember every first name. The system will go out and it will look at the information in the contact subrecord and pull that name up for you. Okay, another important thing to remember about a name in the subject line is often when there is a name, it passes spam controls better than if there wasn't. Okay, so with that, we've named our sales template. We've given it a subject line. We put the first name there. Okay, and then this is your designer screen. So these are the different options that you have to design your sales template. The first one here is paste from Word. What this will do, it will paste from Microsoft Word into your sales template. Okay, now this one here is one that is used almost all the time. This is to insert an image. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on this right here. Now, you have an option to browse the server, and what this is going to do, it's going to go out and look at what you have already set up and images that you've pulled in to your sales templates, and you also have the ability to click on stock images where we have preloaded many, many different images for Action Coaches, and they're all Action Coach branded. So I'll pick one right here, and I'm going to insert this one. Okay, so now it pulled it into the image property screen. Now right here is where you can adjust the width and height to fit what you want it to fit. So when you adjust the width, it will automatically keep the aspect ratio properly aligned, because it will adjust the height for you. Okay, so I adjusted it from 400. You can see that it changed the height to 173. This is the border space, horizontal space, vertical space, left to right justified. Okay, so I'm going to click OK. Now, as you can see, it put that image in our sales template. So very often what this will be a logo. It could be your company name. It could be whatever is appropriate for this sales template. It's important to note that you should have as many sales templates, a good rule of thumb, have as many sales templates as you do rule of thumb, as you do services. So if you have different kind of workshops, seminars, it's always a good idea to have as many as you can, because you're going to need to rely on them and draw on them in a hurry. Now, and I'll show you more about that later. Now also here you can add text. So you can add, and then et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, another thing that you can do is you can include the URL for your website if you want them to go to your website to see what that's all about. So what you do there is you click, you write, check out my website, or whatever verbiage you want, and then highlight that, and then go over here to this icon right here, which looks like a little chain link. So I'm going to click on that. Now, this box comes up that you can define your website. So this is where you would type your website. And then click OK. Now, in essence, what I've done is I've put a live link in back of these words right here. Much better than saying www. et cetera, et cetera. So this is a really cool way of introducing your website in whatever manner you want. Of course, then you have your formatting buttons. I don't think I need to go through them. Bold, color. You can also personalize in the body as well as in the subject line. So right here, what I did is I said, check out my website, and then it will pull the first name in, just like it pulled the first name in here. Okay. Excuse me. Now with that, I'm going to click the Save button. Now you have a few more options up here. You can see where it says copy. Copy is used when you have, you want to introduce a workshop, but you want to use the same template, but you just want to change the date or the time. That's where the copy would come into play. Test, if you click on test, you can put your email in here, and it will send you a test. So if you wanted to see what it looked like before you send it to your leads or customers, that's a good way of doing that. And you can also preview it by clicking on preview. Now, I know that I've seen a lot of Action Coach templates. Of course, there'll be a lot more defined than this, but I wanted to just show you this on how to design it, and you can put your information in as it fits your business model. So after I've completed that, I saved it. Now, how do we use them?
Hey, Joe.
What we need to do now? Yeah.
Can you show the copy function a little bit? Actually, just to go in there. You're copying it from an existing one.
One more time?
can you show the copy function actually going a little more and see how it works?
Okay.
Okay, copy,
Okay, so what I did is I hit copy. And right here, what it did, it kept the same webinar, it kept the same information, and just put these words in front of it. Okay, so now if I save it, now I have two of them. So if I go back to my sales templates, you'll see I have Action Coach Webinar and I have copy of Action Coach Webinar. Okay,
so you have to specify, hey Joe, so you have to specify copy and the template name?
Yeah, it keeps the template name and it just puts copy of in front of it.
Okay, got it. It's the name.
Okay, here's what I think you're asking me. So if you wanted to copy it, can you change the name? Absolutely. So then when you go back to sales templates and you refresh, there it is right there. So very often what this comes into play is like you could say, for example, if you had Action Coach Webinar and you wanted to copy it, then you could say, okay, and it'll save it by date. Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did. Let me ask you a question actually. So you can take an existing template, pull it up, make changes and copy under a different name, and save it under a different name also, right?
Right, exactly. Exactly. Okay. All right, so that's creating the templates. Now, how do we use them? Okay, well, we're going to pull up our leads and customers, and I'll click an email address. It comes up. You go over here to your templates. You click on sales templates. It's going to list your sales templates. So you can see this is a copy, webinar test. These are the ones we just created. So I'll pull this one up here. And then it's just a matter of send. So that's why I said it's important to have as many sales templates as possible because of how quick you could send these to people. Okay. Now, you can also get a request, read receipt. You could save the subject or save the body. What this indicates here is it's going to save this into the recipient's notes file that you have within your leads and customers. So when I open up Joe Hoffman at Comcast.net, we're going to see this if you save the entire body, or we're going to see just check out my workshop if I choose save subject. Now down in the bottom here, you see that you can attach a file. So if you need to attach a file within your sales template, you can do that as well. You just click Attach File. It's going to pull up your hard drive Explorer, and then you would just pick the file that you want and attach it. Excuse me. So that is creating sales templates. It's simple. It's very easy. And the key here is to have as many as you can so you can draw on them when you're sending your individual emails out. Okay? Now, let's get out of sales templates, and I want to go now into marketing templates. Marketing templates give you a little more bang. You have a little more design features to use than sales templates. So right now, I'm going to create marketing templates. Why are marketing templates important? Marketing templates are important because they're the first thing that you will use when you create a broadcast and or touch campaign. It's important to know that you cannot create a broadcast or touch campaign without a marketing template. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to click on marketing template, and then we'll start designing one of those. And you'll see what I mean when I say you have an additional design capabilities. Okay, so excuse me, I'm going to click Add. All right. Now, as you can see here, because this is an Action Coach account, that we have auto response, greeting, newsletter, marketing templates. Okay, so I'm going to show you and illustrate the categories here. So I've unselected every category. Now, if you want to send a marketing template, okay, that's those. Newsletter, that's those. It's important to remember what category you use because you'll have to draw on that when you go to pull it up. So we're going to create a marketing template. Now, as you can see, it pulled up some Action Coach templates. We're constantly adding more of these as we go. So we're going to pull up this one right here, and we're going to click on Use This Design. Okay. Now, you can see here, this looks familiar. Name, Action Coach, Nurturing, you can call it whatever you want. And then personalized button, same as before. And we'll put the first name, company name, whatever you choose in that field. Excuse me, hold on, please. Okay, I'm sorry. Now, the difference here is you have a lot more formatting choices. You have the ability to design each block. So as I put my cursor into here, you can see header image. And then you can see these 4 design icons. This is to move the block to anywhere else in the template. Edit, that's where you'll spend most of your time. Copy or delete. So why is it important to know that these are in blocks? Because if you look here, header image, article heading, article detail, these are your formats for those blocks. So for example, if I go to article detail and I want to change this background to a different color, then what I do is I go over here to article detail background, because it says article detail here. I'm going to go to article detail background here, click on the box, and I'm going to change it to yellow. Okay, same thing with the fonts. Okay, if you had fonts and you want to change, you would also keep article detail. So the article detail text, if you want it to be a different font, that's how you do it. Okay, now within there, you can change everything within the block, and each one of these has their own title. Okay, now within these blocks, you can also edit them very similar to how we did sales templates. So I'm going to click on the pencil, and you're going to see, just like we saw in sales templates, you could paste from Word, you can insert a picture, you can do all your formatting, and also you can insert a link. Let's do some of these things. Once again, browse the server, stock images, Action Coach specific, and insert. Okay, now, because this is a block, I might want to make this a little smaller than usual. Okay? And then you can type in the block if you do whatever you want to do in the block. Okay? Now, that's there. Okay, so there's your edit. You can put that in there. And you can insert as many of these as you'd like. So, once again, also, you can put a URL in here. So now I just inserted my URL. And you can slice and dice this any way you want. Okay? And then we're going to, I always like to personalize it. Now we're going to save it. And now, here, when it goes out, for those that don't know, this is where your unsubscribe link will be. Now, it's very important to realize that in test mode, in test mode, the unsubscribe link will not be active. Okay, but you can see these buttons are the same as the sales template. Test, send it to yourself, preview, copy, and save. Okay, so we saved our marketing template called Webinar Training 3. Now I want to use this marketing template in a broadcast campaign. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to click on broadcast. Yeah.
Sorry, when you go back to that template, and
Okay.
where it says Action Coach Nurturing, nurturing, we would change that to, because that's what they're going to see, right? So we would maybe, like if we're going to promote a webinar, we would put, you know, webinar 5 ways. Come and see how you can increase your profits by 61%, Bob. Am I right, or?
Okay, is that Lori?
Yeah.
Okay, hi, Lori.
So in the
what you could do is that instead of inserting this template, you can insert that template. Okay, long as you have that template in your image library, you can insert that template.
Yeah. No, I mean up in the where it says Action Coach Nurturing, and then you put in the personalized.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. So I would change that for whatever, because that's what's coming to the in their email. Right? Yeah, that's what I changed right there.
Right. So yeah, you could increase your whatever it was that you said. Yeah, no problem.
Perfect. Perfect. That's all I want.
Yeah.
So thanks,
cool.
Joe.
Thanks, Lori. Good question. I'm sorry. Good question. Okay. So now we've saved this, and we want to use it in our broadcast campaign. So now these are, of course, when I pull up broadcast campaign, it's going to show you the ones that you have already, and then I'm going to add one. Okay. Now you come over here, and remember I said it's really helpful to remember the category. This was one of the 4 categories that I showed you. What category you created your template in. So we created in marketing template, and then we're going to go and we're going to look for it. There it is. And then we're going to click select. Okay, now I have just included that marketing template in a broadcast campaign. And then from here, you would conduct sending your broadcast campaigns as you normally do. I'll go through that real quick, just on how to do that. I'm seeing that we have a little bit of time left. This is going to be the name of your broadcast campaign. So I'm going to give it a name. And then this is how you send it to a group. You could send it to a group of people. Okay. And then everything else is the same. And then you save it. Now watch what happens. Okay, now you get some different things up here. You can get to schedule it. So this is where you can schedule it at a specific date or time, date and time, when you want this to go out. You could execute it now. When you execute it now, it's going to go out almost instantaneous, depending on the load of the server and network traffic. Sometimes it could be up to 60 minutes. That it's going to go out. But the important thing to realize is when you execute now, when you're executing it now, there's no undo button. There's no oops button. So it's important to remember that. Okay? And then you have your copy, test, rules, and results. Okay? Results will show you different things like how many people opened it, how many people clicked on a link, how many people did mark it as unsubscribed, et cetera, et cetera. And I will be having another webinar just on broadcast and touch campaigns in the future, so I don't want to get stuck on the intricacies of the broadcast campaign. But so this is how you put your template in your marketing campaign, in your broadcast and touch campaigns. It's the same for touch campaigns. It's the only difference with the touch campaigns are you would have multiple marketing templates. Once again, just like sales templates, it's important to have as many marketing templates as possible. So you can quickly, I mean, you have your marketing templates, you put the work in ahead of time, and you design as many marketing templates as you possibly can. And then when you want to go and send a broadcast campaign, it should only take you a few seconds to send that broadcast campaign out because you already put the work in there for the templates. So, and with the touch campaign, you're going to have multiple templates. So if you had multiple templates in here, this is where you would select them. So now they're going to get a series of your templates in a prescribed time frame that you choose. Okay? So what this means here, message 1 is going to go out on this date. Okay? And then message 2 is going to go out 2 days after message 1. Very important to understand. After message 1. And then message 3 will go out 5 days after message 2. Okay? So then we name it. We send it to a group. We have that. Now we're going to save it. The same buttons will apply. Okay? It's important to know, something that I just realized after talking to a couple coaches is that even if the start date is weeks away, you still have to hit the execute button. Okay? The execute button will execute it on this date and time. I guess there was a confusion that if you just entered the start date and time, if it's in the future, that it's going to fire all by itself. And we have created and updated our knowledge base article for that to reflect that so you know in the future. So that is your broadcast campaign and how we set up our marketing templates within each broadcast campaign. I'm sorry, within each touch campaign. Once again, as many messages as you want. So if you wanted to send one every day of the week, well, what that means is you need 7 marketing templates. Okay, very simple. Okay, so that's your that's how you include your marketing templates in a touch campaign. So we talked about sales templates. We talked about marketing templates and how to include them into broadcast and touch campaigns. What I want to do now is open it up for questions and see what we got. Does anyone have any questions on the templates and inserting them into campaigns?
Joe, this is Deepak Ghosh. How you doing?
Hi, Deepak. How are you? You see your name up on my screen. I made you famous.
Okay, good. Listen, my question is, you mentioned that the sales template is only for one person. But let me ask you a question. Let's say you have a growth club and you want to invite multiple existing clients to that growth club. How can we bastardize the system so that it goes to multiple people using the sales template?
Okay, what you would do there, Deepak, is you would create those people. You would create groups,
right,
for those people, and then you would use the broadcast campaign. You wouldn't use the sales template. You would use the marketing template.
Marketing. Okay, got it. That's right. I just want to make sure. Yeah. Got it.
Yes, absolutely. Now I'll show you another trick, and then this is the first time I'm showing people this, so bear with me. So we're going to go here. Thanks for jogging my memory. We're going to go here, and we're going to look at our sales template. Now, I don't remember who it was, but there was an action coach that said, I want to use a sales template, but I want to use it in my I want to make my sales template a marketing template. Okay, so this is what we designed as our sales template, if you remember. So I'm going to click on this little button here that says source. Okay, what this does, it turns it into HTML, hypertext message language. Computers understand HTML better than I understand HTML. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. Okay, and I'm going to go here. I'm going to copy. Now I'm going to go back to my home screen, go to my marketing templates. I want to start a new one. I'm going to choose blank template. Then I'm going to go to source. And this is the existing one. And I'm going to delete that. And then I'm going to insert what I just copied from my sales template. There it is. So I just turned my sales template into a marketing template. And vice versa. So if I have a marketing template that I want to make into a sales template, you could do it the same way. And we will be having a knowledge base article on that if there's not one already on there. So this is how you could do that. Just a little trick for you guys. Any other questions?
Good question.
Just to,
yeah, go ahead.
I said that no, it wasn't a question. And I was just saying that's really neat. I really like that because this is something I want to do when we've got people coming to a seminar and we want to keep them warm. I want to send out a series of emails to them, and now you've just made it easy.
Yes. Also, what you would do in that case is that you would create, what I recommend is creating a touch campaign. And so your touch campaign, to keep them excited about it, you could put 2 or 3 different messages in there, which will allow you to say, okay, thank you for signing up. Okay, here's the directions. Did you finish your workbook on message 3? Message 4, can't wait to see you. You know, so you could do that too, and strategically space it over the amount of daily intervals. So yeah, that's good. It's a good call.
Fabulous.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
This is Lori again. Just
Hi,
as a reminder. How you doing, buddy? So when each of these messages are fired after the start date, all in relationship to the start date, not to the previous message, correct?
No.
When you talk about intervals here? So like,
Yeah,
like message 1 is going to go out on here on the...
Message 1 will fire on this date. Okay? On this date, message 1 goes. Message 2 goes 2 days after this message. Okay? But, however, message 3 goes 5 days after message 2, not from the start of the campaign. It goes from the previous message, not from message 1.
Okay, I forgot.
No, that's a common. When I first started, it was biting me for probably 3 weeks, and then I said, okay, I figured it out.
Joe.
All right, well,
2 now. I remember.
Yes.
Joe, this is Mandy again. I see you're recording this webinar tonight. Will you be circulating that? Yeah. Well,
It's going to be posted. It's going to be posted on our website, so anyone who wants to see it. I've had several action coaches tell me, because this is a Friday before a holiday, that they're not going to be able to attend, but they want to be able to view it. So they will be able to view it. It should be on our website by Monday morning.
Fabulous. Yeah, I want my support manager to see this, and he does all of this stuff for me. So.
Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely. Now, for those that don't know, there's a lot of stuff that I covered in this webinar. There's a lot of stuff when you click on your help button. Okay, so you could see videos. Now, if you type templates, oops. Okay, there's all the different things that you have regarding templates. Okay. Oh, there is that article on how to turn a sales template into a marketing template. So this is already out there. This is what I just showed you about the HTML. So there's templates. There's also, a user guide that is indexed, so you can click on marketing templates, and it's going to show you pretty much everything that I showed you. There's videos on different templates, okay, that you can watch. So this webinar, the reason I'm showing you this is this webinar is not your only tool. There's a lot of tools available for you on our knowledge base in our help center.
Yeah, fabulous. I must say your guys are great. They've helped us a lot.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Yeah, I like working with the action coaches. I just got to figure out how to get invited to the Bahamas like you guys went last year. That's my goal. I mean, I heard it was Barbie. So,
We're going to Bali this year.
yeah, if I could fit in anyone's luggage, let me know. All right, folks. Is that it for the questions? Anything else?
No, that's good. That's really good. Thank you, Joe.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, folks. If that's it, then I'm gonna get rid of the webinar. We'll end it now. Everyone have a wonderful holiday. Eat lots of good food, and we'll be setting up another webinar in the future, and I think it's going to be specifically on broadcast and touch campaigns to get into the nitty-gritty of those. So with that, I'm going to end it. Everyone have a wonderful weekend.
You too. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Joe.